Hey guys, I'm Shadow Hoarder and I'm joined today by Nujum.
Hello.
And we are going to be doing a best of 3 game. Alright, let's go.
So we've been meaning to do this for a while now, weren't we? I think like when I
Yeah.
first met you, you told me about your YouTube channel. I was like, oh, let's collab.
Mm-hmm.
If people have been watching my channel long enough, this is when I was making videos with Brave Cat. Unfortunately, he doesn't do Hearthstone stuff. He does Dark Souls stuff, but he was in my videos and that was kind of fun. Provided the commentaries.
Yeah, and this is my first time actually doing a kind of collab video. So, it should be interesting.
How old is your channel?
Not very old, probably about a year.
Really?
I've
done like, I used to be super into Minecraft.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Is this hand good? It might be good. I used to be super into Minecraft, and so this was about 3-4 years ago, right? So that's when I made this channel, and I started making Minecraft videos. Wow. How did I not get a 1-drop? So I started making Minecraft videos 3 years ago, and then like I got like, I want to say about 80 subs, and then I stopped.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do when you're a kid trying to make YouTube videos. You don't know what you're doing and you stop.
Just give up.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Sure.
OP.
Oh.
So, yeah, basically until about, I want to say a year and a half ago, my channel was dead. And so now I have like 80 people on my channel who probably unsubscribed. Hopefully. I hope so. I don't really want like people from my Minecraft to be watching my stuff anymore, if I'm honest, because I wasn't a very good YouTuber.
Bad rep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only started about a year ago. I did
oh my god, what is
start
this?
off with Hearthstone.
It's getting hot in here.
It's a pretty good game, especially because it's fairly popular. And because there's a lot of avenues to explore around, which I found very compelling.
Yeah.
It's one of those card games things where if you don't... Normally it tends to be very strategy focused, but some card games have just a lot of options, right? A lot of different ways you can do things. Ooh, I think I know what deck you're playing now.
Yep. I had to be careful of what cards to play.
Face. I like card games that give you like a lot of exploration, I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting. Tempo Wild Waker. I don't know if I would have done that, if I'm honest.
You
Like, even
might
if there's
have
nothing
if
else in my
you
hand.
saw my hand.
It's true that I haven't seen your hand, but no, this one. Oh, I dropped the wrong one. Shit. Okay, well, that's fine. Have you figured out my deck yet?
Yeah.
What do you think it is? Because I don't think you'll get it immediately.
It's like a zoo kind of thing.
A little bit.
I did notice the Ancient Watcher made it sort of more like...
The Ancient Watcher is not relevant at all. I just threw him in because I was running out of 2-drops.
Where shall I strike?
Oh, this is a tough call, but I sort of have to do it.
Oh, man. Taunt is cheating. Oh my god. Hold on.
Oh no.
Get wrecked.
You love my new recipe.
It's not even good.
That's decent.
Alright. So far I am hitting face, so it's somewhat successful deck, I'd say.
Yeah. It's not face.
Double Druid of the Claw, man. Come on. Who plays Druid of the Claw?
Most druids.
Yeah. Druid's a weird class.
Oh, this is a hard decision.
In that, I think I've talked about this in the Beast Druid video that I've not released yet. Ooh, that's a good one. It's funny, you're playing Beast Druid as well. But I found... That's a good one. I found that Druid is a class that relies on very few cards to do well, you know?
Yeah.
It's very unusual in that sense. Like it gets very much carried by the Force of Nature Savage Roar combo and the Innervate ramp type stuff. But it sort of also crutches Druid design. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we've not actually got a considerably amazing Druid card ever since Living Roots, and before that, most of the Druid cards are unusual. Like think of Mulch, Knight of the Wild, Druid of the Flame. They're good, but they're not insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you see things like Mage is getting insane cards this expansion, right?
Yeah.
With Ethereal Conjurer. There's...
I don't actually think there's anything I can do here.
Aha!
Nope.
The 1 to 2 drop deck wins.
It's sort of a weakness of this deck because it relies more on single big creatures, and if you have the little creatures and the removal.
This is true, this is true.
Wanted.
This deck is basically, how many one-man... Oh my god, I got Astral Communion, really?
Healing Touch.
Oh, that would have been useful. You should have mulched me earlier, man. That's the tempo play.
Oh yeah, that's why I was sort of sad that I had that in the hand after I saw what deck you were playing.
Awesome. That's kind of funny. For people wondering, I completely just threw together a bunch of cards. This is actually on my European account, because Shadow's obviously on Europe. I'm on NA normally. That's why I don't have most of my normal wacky decks.
Yeah, if you've probably noticed, if any of you see my Fun Deck series, that I've actually used the decks from a Fun Deck series, but I've just taken out a few of like the big and legendaries to make it fair.
Oh my god, this hand's amazing. It could be amazing. If you... Yep, it's not amazing. God damn it. I gotta do that. Why you gotta be so rude? Again, Priest is also one of these classes that kind of gets carried by a few cards. It's kind of why it's considered not very good. That is a deck that I played a lot of before realizing it was junk.
Yeah, I sort of took a twist on it.
Did you? That'll be interesting to see at the very least.
This is a...
I don't know what it is about mech decks, but mech decks just don't seem to be there for the style of play I want to do. You can make a pretty good aggro deck out of mechs,
Right away.
but
Yeah.
I couldn't find a way to do anything mid-rangey with them, even with the new cards.
This is a very interesting hand.
You are playing Priest. Priest is a lot weirder than Druid though, because I feel like all of Priest's cards are kind of good, you know? Like,
Yeah,
you
they
look at
sort
the
of
collection.
have sort of decent removal, but it's not great. Most of
It's not great.
No.
Shadow Word Paid and Shadow Word Death. Are you kidding?
Well, I mean, like, all-round board players, like you have Holy Nova and...
I guess
Light
Holy
Bar.
Nova is kind of
It's
meh.
good. It depends on what type of deck you're playing, really.
Well, if you're playing Priest, you're probably not playing an aggressive deck.
No.
I've seen, like, you know, Noxious. He tried to make the aggressive deck, and he had, like, 4 different ways to draw cards. He had double Azure Drake, double Acolyte of Pain, double Loot Hoarder, and he had Thalnos in it. And then he had, like, Velens at one point. It was funny.
I think you have to actually waste...
This is going to be a Holy Smite. Probably. This is interesting. I wouldn't have expected Pyro to make it in this sort of deck. In like a mech sort of deck, because I feel like Pyro is not good unless you're fighting for the board. Oh, is that just to draw 2? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's more of a control-y mech deck, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I aim for more control in this. It sort of sets up for sort of a combo, I'd say. It's not specifically a combo.
I
Oh,
was
these
thinking this
shredders.
multi for a second there. So, how's your channel? How do you think it's doing? I've noticed you've been putting out a lot of stuff for it recently.
Yeah, well, I did sort of have a break for a little while.
Oh, did you? I didn't notice.
Yeah,
Oops.
it was about like a week and a half, because I ended up missing one week of the new expansion, so...
Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought it. I did play it and everything, but I just missed the week on the channel.
Right away.
That kind of sucks. I don't think I can smork you. Not with this. Oh, maybe. No, I still don't think I can. Okay. Guess what deck I'm playing?
Well,
Alright. It's okay. I have like so much power on the board. He can't even remove it. Look at that.
kind of take back what I said earlier.
Oh, Holy Nova. Here we go. Yep.
Oh, no,
I don't mind
there you
that
go.
though, because you played it on 5. It's kind of weird. Oh, hello. Alright, fair enough.
Yeah. But it was also to get the health back, so it's
That's pretty good.
Fight, maggot.
Kabam. Just dropping the cards. I actually do have a number of decisions I could have made. Actually, I wonder if I misplayed the turn before when I dropped the 4 minions. Because I had another play, but I didn't want to play off curve.
Yeah. I think this is the right play, according to him.
Job's done.
I'm not sure if there was any situation where it would have been better to play the Tinkertown first. Maybe freeze.
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
That's pretty bad for me.
I need a smork.
For duty.
I'm not smorking hard enough. You're at full life. I'm out of cards and you're at full life. How is this supposed to work?
Oh. Sorry.
Let me change your mind.
So what other games have you been doing? Oh, come on. It's a good thing I didn't put in my Hexna.
Should probably have done this first.
Oh, wow.
Well, other games I've been playing Fallout. Like I played Fallout before my break, started a playthrough, but then I decided to do like a twist on a Fallout playthrough. Where I'm not sure if you've played the new Fallout game or not, but there's like settlements you can make in it, so I'm sort of going down that kind of route.
I think I've already lost.
Oh, and Don't Starve. There's a new expansion came out for that, so...
Do you like Don't Starve?
Don't Starve? Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It got ridiculously popular at one point, and I'm always wary about that. There's something about really, really popular games that I'm not sure if I should play ever. Like, have you ever heard of Reciteer?
No, haven't.
It's imagine you're in a classic JRPG, right? Like Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But instead of being an adventurer, you're the shopkeeper.
Oh, yeah, I know what it is now you said that, but... I
Yeah.
didn't.
So, the concept is... Oh my god. This is gonna be fun.
Yep.
Alright, I'm waiting for the Mimron, I believe.
Obey.
The concept is fairly simple. But it's one of those games that every time I see, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to play this.
Yeah.
You know?
It's interesting. Like, have you been doing anything new on your channel recently?
No, I'm still preparing my next Let's Play. I think I've mentioned it 1,000 times by now, but I'm planning on Let's Playing Bastion.
Oh yeah.
It's one of these games that I really want to be careful of. Do you know my Let's Play style?
Kind of.
It's a bit weird. rather than posting one video a week every week for like a year, I try to post like 7 videos in 1 week. So I'll like record for like a month or 2 months. It means I put them out a lot slower though, which is kind of fun. Depends on who you are.
It's nice. It's like a different pace. It's quite different to what a lot of YouTubers do.
Oh my god, I'm so wrecked. It's okay, I still have cards in my hand, I believe.
Ready, sir.
You still have a chance.
No, I don't. You have bloody Gazlo on the field, man. I don't really have much I can do against that. Especially if you have more mechs that are created by Gazlo that can give you more mechs via the spare part. It's kind of a cool combo that I really wanted to mess around with, but I never really had Gazlo.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I reviewed... I think I didn't review GVG.
Oh.
I reviewed everything after GVG.
I think I just made a big mistake. Yeah, it was a pretty big mistake.
Light bomb. Oh no.
Yeah.
Why would you even... You don't need that. You could have just faced me for like 10 damage.
Well, yeah, but I sort of
but
wanted
then...
to remove the ability to get through the taunt.
Get wrecked.
Oh.
Oh my god, my deck is so countered by... I shouldn't have done that. No, but there's no way I could have...
I do actually own Foe Reaper, but I just decided not to put it in the deck.
In the mech deck?
Oh yeah, the well, it's more based around Gazlo. Yeah, the idea is to like build it up and then...
Yeah, I can see you're not on the new card back, scrub.
No, I really like the Heroes of the Storm card back though.
You do?
Yeah.
They're all kind of cute. In their own way. I really like this new one though. Like this new one's just like, I don't know, it appeals to me.
Yeah, it works with the adventure, so it's nice.
Yeah, I really like the new adventure as well. Although, you know what I really, really like?
Get in there and fight.
Not Nujum. Unfortunately. I think this is over. You didn't even have lethal, but I don't think I have any cards in my deck that'll pull me back. I was holding out for a card. Do you know Mogar the Ogre?
Oh yeah. Do you actually have that in that deck?
That's my only one of 2 legendaries. I have that and Ysera.
Wow, is that 3 games already? Is that
2? That's 2 games.
2.
You won 1, I won 1. So match point, boy.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Not sure how good this deck is.
I'm gonna bring Face Hunter. Just letting you know. You know, friendly competition.
Face Hunter.
Versus Rexa.
You know, this is 100% a Face Hunter.
Begin. Your soul shall be mine.
I don't think I've actually played this new, like, style of deck that I created. I did make this deck a long time ago, but I haven't.
Oh my god. I have a very overpowered card in my hand.
Oh no.
I feel really bad that this didn't become a deck that I'm playing right now, because in my GVG, I was basically called, not my GVG, but in my TGT review, I basically called this card that I'm going to play overpowered.
Okay.
Now your viewers are kind of confused because they've obviously not seen it, but whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I drop it.
No, I hope it's face. Otherwise, I've just made a big mistake. I mean, even then, it's still like...
Ooh, it's a good card.
To my side.
Face!
Oh, wow.
Hopefully you don't have Mortal Coil. This deck, I'm actually thinking of making a video.
And as you say that...
Oh wow, you got a 1-drop? Oh my god, top deck Mortal Coil. Is this Demon Zoo?
Sort of. I don't really think I had a style for this. Oh.
I think this is fine. I don't like it, but whatever. Screw it.
Oh, the top deck's are real.
You got a second mortal coil?
Yeah.
It's okay, you don't have to worry about it again. You had your knife juggler, you would have mortal coiled me anyways. That's fine.
No, I'm not sure what I would have done.
What do you think of Hearthstone? What do you think of Hearthstone in comparison to other card games? Have you played any other ones?
Not specifically. I've played the odd few. Oh.
Get wrecked. What do you think of the physicality elements? Like the decks physically being drawn from. I should put a little bit of background. If anyone's played, recently there's a very popular Magic the Gathering online web browser thing that's taken off. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on it, and there's also been a recent Yu-Gi-Oh game. This was like about a month ago, the Yu-Gi-Oh game. But I know like the Brown Man from Rooster Teeth played a bunch of it. I know Sky Does Minecraft, who doesn't really do Minecraft anymore. He played it. Oh my god, never looked. Oh snap, face.
Smoke.
I think I have to see what this is. Can't really tell if that's good or bad for me. But yeah, in all of these card games, obviously they don't have the customized voice. You can't hear it now, because Skype tends to mess with my audio settings, so I intentionally left it off. But Hearthstone put a lot of effort into making their cards, I guess, real, which I find very interesting. I find that very interesting because it's not like card games I've ever had
No.
It's not like... Can't speak, man. It's not like card games have had much trouble making you like cards. I think I have to do this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
I understand what you mean. I feel like Hearthstone kind of brings it to life more. You've got like...
Yeah, there's a lot of work, almost unnecessarily, into making these cards much more than they should be, in a weird way.
Yeah.
And I say this because no other card game that I've ever played has had customized sound effects for every single card, let alone voice acting, right? And there's a lot of interesting characteristics Hearthstone has. For example, RNG, right? Pro players complain about it all the time, but RNG is one of these elements that really... You played it on the wrong side. That really add to the Hearthstone experience, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I say add. Obviously, it depends on the side of the spectrum you're on.
If you like it fun or competitive. It seems to be a debate in Hearthstone, which is like the fun or competitive side. And I honestly prefer the fun, which means I like the RNG side of it quite a lot, actually. I've got to say, Morgana's MVP.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a problem for me to deal with, but it's okay. I've kind of caught up on board. I have good cards in my hand, at least. 2 of them are weapons, but whatever.
Yeah.
One of the really interesting things about Hearthstone, I find, is the, I'm not sure if you noticed it, but have you ever played Rank and you see how the hero portraits fly overhead before they slam down into position to, and they say their little quotes?
Yeah.
That was really strange the first time I saw it because it seems like almost overdone. It's significantly more work than I would imagine would be required of them, and yet they went so much of an extra mile.
Yeah, well, you can say that just straight up about like the boards. Like they didn't have to go make them interactive or anything like that, but they decided to.
Yeah. Yeah, again, so basically what I'm trying to say is that Hearthstone does a lot of things that other card games didn't do. And all of this, mind you, the reason I'm mentioning all this, it seems to be an attempt to appeal, god damn it, an attempt to appeal, actually that might be good for me, I don't know, I have another weapon in my hand, so it's fine. It's an attempt to appeal to the more casual player base that hasn't been able to get into card games, because card games have always had mainly two problems when it comes to appealing to casuals. One is the requirement of a collection, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, stop it.
should stop dropping me hints. Oh, wow.
Whatever, get wrecked. Get wrecked, how are you gonna remove that? You can't, you'll probably just kill me, but whatever. But one of the problems was obviously the collection has to be kind of large, and because of that, you can't really play a card game casually because you're tied to your collection in a way that I think people don't like to admit, right? Like, even when I was, wow, what kind of zoo are you playing? You're playing the slowest zoo.
I removed
Siphon,
cards
Soul.
and placed that in.
Whatever, man. Yeah, this will have to do. I don't know how I'll win, but I will. I'm Hunter, this is how we work. But the other problem is that it's kind of boring to watch a card game happen, right? Even if you have all of the cards, all the knowledge in your head, you might not necessarily enjoy watching something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because it tends to take like, well, for one thing, it can take up to like 3 minutes to just think about your turn, to think about the cards you want to play, and then you have like 40 card deck, so it's significantly larger. I think that's game actually. Shoot.
I think it is.
Yeah, that's game. GG.
Well played.
Oh my god, I'm getting texts. Can I get people? Yeah, sure. I can pick people up. Oh my god. This is why you should never get a car.
Yeah.
You get a car, suddenly it's like, hey, pick me up. Like, no. Crap, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so RNG is kind of their way to fix Blizzard's attempt at fixing a casual player base. The problem is now they've gotten a little bit stuck in a very unfortunate way, especially when you look at the ladder system right now.
How it's been split. How it's been split, do you mean?
The community?
Yeah.
Yes. So, the ladder system is intentionally very volatile, and it has to be that way because they have a lot of ranks you have to climb to get legend, and there's a lot of players who don't really have 10 hours a day to grind out to get the legend. So they intentionally make it so you have the potential based on RNG to climb up ladder really, really quickly. Of course, RNG is not really fun for you if you're competitive, and in their card design and in the way they've treated tournaments, Blizzard has been very strange about how they've acted around the pro player base versus the casual player base. They've thrown money again and again at Hearthstone tournaments, and they've gotten like professional casters, they've gotten professional marketing, they have tournament websites, right?
Yeah.
That only stay up for about a month. And all of this takes a lot of money and investment, which is interesting because look at all of the cards from the new expansion, right? Are any of them really intentionally competitive? Not really. Most of them...
None that I can think of, honestly. I've noticed most of them quite fun. Trying to push like certain decks like they usually do. But apart from that, there's not really been anything over the top competitive.
Yeah.
As you can see in the legendaries as well. Like all of the legendaries have been like really fun based.
Yeah, it's interesting because you can clearly see the shift in design. Do you have any of the original legendaries? If not, just go to crafting. Go to Druid for a second.
Oh, Druid, yeah, I do.
Look at the very first legendary ever made for Druid. Scenarios give your minions +2/+2. Competitive card intended for late game value. And then we have Milorn and Aviana, two very casual, very fun cards, not really intended for competitive play.
But both require their own certain decks, so they can't be used for competitive play, essentially.
Yeah, and you see this across the board. Antonidas to Flame Leviathan. Ronin is actually, I think, kind of competitive, which is unusual. But I think that's their attempt to push late game mage decks instead of all the rushy tempo type stuff we're seeing. You see it in Paladin. They went from Tyrion to Edric to Bolvar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crawford and Velen to Confessor Paletress. I mean, oh my god, what are you doing?
And the Vol'jin was sort of more on the competitive side, I would say, but not like on the level of some other cards. Yeah,
it's unusual the hole Blizzard has dug itself in when it comes to its community, and it's trying to please both sides, and it's not really working, I don't think.
Yeah, Mistcaller, another like really fun-based card. I mean, you could say Neptulon as Alakir was sort of, I presume, aimed to be more competitive originally with what they were going for.
Well, that's what I was saying. If you go to the classic set, I don't think there's a single card that I wouldn't call competitive in its own way. Like, intentionally so.
Yeah.
Let me think. Maybe Redemption's kind of fun.
See, GVG, they just completely threw out the RNG, and then after then, they realized how much the community liked it. Even the competitive side, I've noticed, like, I mean, people get mad, obviously, when they lose tournaments due to RNG and stuff like that, but...
Well, it feels bad because you feel like the better player didn't win.
Yeah, right? Because it wasn't up to them. It was up to a dice roll.
Yeah.
I understand.
I actually really dislike that element sometimes.
Yeah, competitive, although you can sort of go around that by banning certain cards, but then it doesn't make it as interesting.
Well, Blizzard has not yet implemented much of a ban system, so that doesn't exactly work.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I really like the pure RNG cards. Like, there's one card in here that's considered overpowered. Where is it? Shaman. It's a mage card. I can't find it. It's Unstable Portal.
Oh, right, yeah.
I so far dislike the card Unstable Portal. When it was first released, I thought it was an amazing card. I was like, wow, this is so much fun. But I don't like that there are certain cards in the game that you can get with a 3 reduced cost mana that can just win you the game. I don't like that.
There is quite a few. I mean, I've noticed, you mentioned Unstable Portal, like they have the randomness. You've also got cards like Shredder, obviously, is like really used a lot, and it's got an RNG factor.
I don't mind Shredder as much, but yeah, it does have
Shredder's good because it's competitive and fun, so you have that sort of like mix.
Yeah.
And then you have Murloc Knight as well, which is more on the fun side, I'd say. But I've noticed they've tried to like reduce down the RNG value of cards like Murloc Knight and Shredder in this latest expansion, because cards like Jeweled Scarab 2-drop, which is another 1/1.
Yes, I can't believe you noticed that as well.
So
very clearly, I think they realized that Piloted Shredder was something of an overpowered card, because you were very consistently getting at least 2/2 worth of stats, usually 2/3, 3/2, right?
Yeah.
They very clearly recognized that in the latest expansion, and I think it's only going to continue that way, because the thing about a random card is that it shouldn't be consistent. What bad cards can you get from Shredder? You can get Nerubian Egg, Ancient Watcher, Doomsayer. 3 cards.
Nerubian Egg isn't even that bad. You can get Novice Engineer.
Well, imagine you're playing Shredder and Face Hunter, right?
Well, yeah, if you were doing something like that, but other than that, I mean, I did mention the drop down on Jeweled Scarab, but there's also, they added Huge Toad, which is basically the Flame Juggler, but if it drops from Shredder, it gets the 1 damage because it has a Death Rattle instead of a Battle Cry.
I think Huge Toad was intended to be sort of a filler card for Beast decks, because Beasts don't have too many good 1-drops, or 2-drops.
Yeah, it also could be used in sort of like the Rogue, a Death Rattle deck.
That'd be fun. No,
yeah.
I don't think 1 damage is enough for Rogue. They already have so much good, so many good ways to deal small amounts of damage.
Oh, there's another Museum Curator. That's a 2-drop.
Oh, that was one of the unusual ones that I didn't really understand, because there's not really an archetype for Death Rattle Priest yet.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm sorry to spend so much time talking, but obviously,
Overlay,
if you come to my
it's
channel.
fine. I was just saying, the overlay is fine. It's just like talking about all the improvements and.
Yeah, I actually intended to say some of that stuff during the game. I wanted to say some of this stuff during my Paladin video, the mid-range Paladin one, where I was talking about the meta. But I didn't really get around to it. There was so much stuff to say sometimes.
There is.
Anyways,
Because it's always
thanks for joining me.
changing.
Hey, anyone who's watching the video on my channel, go check out Shadow Hoarder, hopefully in the description below.
Yep, same over here. I'll put Nujum's channel.
Okay. So
link
sorry to
in the
run out on you,
description.
but I do have to pick someone up.
Oh no, it's fine.
See you guys in my next video. Check him out. Bye.
See ya.